It was a quiet Sunday morning, the kind where the air feels lighter and hope seems to hang in the breeze. Samir, a humble mechanic in his 40s, wiped grease off his hands and glanced at his daughter, Lara, who sat swinging her legs on the edge of his garage table, humming a tune as she played with a worn-out toy. "Come princess, we are going for your favorite dinner," he smiled. Lara's eyes lit up. "Pancakes with extra syrup?" "Of course," he chuckled. Samir wasn't rich, but what he gave Lara was priceless: love, warmth, and a life full of care. He had raised her since she was a baby, alone. All he ever told her was, "Your mom died giving birth, but she gave me the most beautiful gift." They reached the cozy diner on the corner of Maple and 3rd. It wasn't fancy, but it had heart, and memories. Samir had taken Lara there every birthday since she turned 3. As they settled in, Lara suddenly froze. Her gaze locked onto a tall, elegant woman across the room. Dressed in a designer coat, her presence commanded attention. She was laughing softly with someone, sipping her coffee. And then, without a word, Lara slid out of the booth and ran. Samir stood up, confused. "Lara." But before he could stop her, Lara had reached the woman, threw her arms around her waist and cried, "Mom." The diner fell silent. The woman looked down, startled. "I'm sorry, sweetheart," she said gently, pulling back. Samir rushed over, apologizing profusely. "I'm so sorry, ma'am. She's confused, she lost her mother when she was born." The woman knelt, brushing a strand of hair from Lara's face. Her hands trembled. Her eyes welled up. What did you say her name was?" "Lara," Samir replied. The woman turned pale. Her eyes widened as if a ghost had appeared. Slowly, she reached into her purse, pulled out a delicate locket, and opened it. Inside, a tiny photo of a baby. The same round cheeks. The same curious eyes. This can't be," she whispered. "Lara is my daughter." Samir's heart dropped. "You're mistaken," he said, voice cracking. I adopted her. They told me she was abandoned. That her mother had died." Tears streamed down the woman's face. "I was told, my daughter died at birth," she sobbed. "I was young, barely 19. My parents, wealthy, strict, they told me the baby didn't survive. I never even saw her." Samir's legs felt weak. "But I was there," he said slowly. "At the hospital. The baby was going into the system. I had just lost my wife in a car accident. I was broken, and then I saw her. I couldn't leave her there. I begged the nurse. She said there was no family. I raised her as my own." The woman clutched Lara, now teary-eyed but confused. You saved her," she said, looking at Samir. "You gave her everything. When I had nothing to give. I just gave her love," he said softly. Silence wrapped around them like a warm blanket, broken only by Lara's voice. "So. I have 2 parents." The woman nodded, smiling through tears. "If you'll let me. I'd like to be in your life. And I'd like to thank the man who gave me back my daughter." Months passed. What began as a chance encounter turned into something beautiful. Samir, the kind mechanic with a quiet heart, didn't lose a daughter that day. He gained a family. And Lara? She discovered that love doesn't divide, it multiplies. Sometimes, the truth finds its way back not to hurt, but to heal. And sometimes, family isn't just who we're born to, it's who shows up, who stays, and who loves with all their heart.